Our piece of media mainly fits into the subgenre of a crime thriller. We notice similarities between our thriller and other films. For example, Taken, where one of the title characters is kidnapped by a mysterious and unknown villain and is eventually rescued by a powerful male character, her father. We have attempted to use a technique of chronology inspired partially by medias in res, which we observed in the film The Usual Suspects, whereby we created the opening scene with the intention of recreating the same sequence that ends the film. In effect, the whole thriller would go full circle if we were to produce the rest of the film, starting and ending with the closing scene. This is also similar to a non-linear narrative whereby the events of the film do not occur in the correct chronological order. Our film begins with the end sequence.
Our film portrays a generally similar class to our intended audience. In our thriller, we use solely middle-class white British actors. However, in filming, we use 3 types of character. The villain we use in our film is a stereotypical hoodie. We use the use of the hoodie with the hood over the character's head to make him appear more mysterious, whilst at the same time portraying him in a negative light, much in the same way as hoodies are seen in real life. Another character which we use, which you've noticed was a particularly common feature among Alfred Hitchcock's style of thriller, is the young innocent blonde in distress. We portray this group of people in an equally negative light, but from a non-villain perspective, whereby they are unable to save themselves from tricky situations and rely on the presumably strong-willed and brave male character, the hero.
YouTube would be the exclusive place we would distribute and showcase our media product on release. We would also use small-scale advertising strategies such as web banners to market and stimulate traffic to our video. If we observed a sharp increase in the popularity of our thriller, we would take the initiative to release it into the further public domain. Potentially we could enter it at a small to medium scale arts and entertainment festival, such as the Salisbury Arts Festival, in order to increase awareness even further.
We felt that this piece of film would be aimed at the 15 to 25 age bracket. Viewers are likely to be more middle class and male due to the style of production, genders and ages of the actors in a film. Therefore, our thriller is rated 15. According to the British Board of Film Classification, an age rating of 15 allows strong violence, frequent strong language, portrayals of sexual activity, strong verbal references to sex, sexual nudity, brief scenes of sexual violence or verbal references to sexual violence, discriminatory language or behaviour, and drug taking. Although our film does not include portrayals of sexual activity, nudity or drug taking, it allows our film to explore the themes of violence and threat, which is a key feature in many horror thrillers. The violence or threat shown in a film rated 12 must be moderate. Threat is a major part of our film, so is too strong for a lower rating of 12. A rating of 18 allows very strong violence, strong horror and strong blood and gore. Our film does not explore these themes of violence and threat to this extent, so the 15 rating is appropriate.
The main ways in which we attract our target audience is through using actors and characters within the same or similar age range. We see that the characters are wearing casual clothing and recognisable brands and styles, for example Converse trainers and hoodies. This is the kind of dress which we would expect our target audience to recognise and identify with. Regarding to the thriller itself, we use a dramatic, suspenseful and gripping storyline. We have carried out viewings to our target audience and have received extensive positive feedback on the quality of the content and direction of our piece. Almost all of the viewers who watched the clip said that they would be very interested to continue watching, thus proving we have created something very appealing for our target audience without compromising on quality.
Unfortunately, the production of our piece has been fraught with problems in most areas. We began filming in early March with the intention of filming our clips and inserting them into our editing software as they were filmed. Practical problems included difficulty in organising team meetups with the intention of filming. For example, some of our team members often had other commitments when we needed to film entire scenes. We overcame this by filming our thriller out of chronological order and arranging them correctly once we had transferred them from the camcorder to the computer via video browser, our importing software. When we attempted to import our transferred files into the editing software Pinnacle, we experienced problems with the playback of the clips. This forced us to begin using other software called Sony Movie Studio Platinum, which in actuality was much better than Pinnacle, and we found it included many features that the first did not. Despite these many setbacks, we were still able to produce a suitable quality beginning to our thriller, which is both intriguing and exciting, as well as learning how to effectively deal with these problems as they arose. We furthered our knowledge of video editing by first of all using a program that we were originally unfamiliar with, and also using many more advanced features than we had not used previously.
In the transition between filming and producing the film noir preliminary task to create our final piece, we feel we've learnt a great deal more about the movie industry, film production, the demands of the audience, and about the thriller genre in general. The preliminary task was fairly basic in comparison to the scale and complexity of our final film. For example, it was significantly longer. More planning was involved, it was far more developed. We used a greater range of techniques and used our newly acquired knowledge of the sector in order to maximise our chances of success in this task. Because of the extensive use of the editing software in this task, we became more experienced with using the materials we had and began using more advanced techniques as a result.